Our pronouns are told you so. The Daily Mojo.
All right, who's the hottie here? The next one up, the Isabel Brown. Yeah, baby.
Yeah. She's pretty cool. She throws a lot of things in here, and I'm having a brain lock. I can't remember what her thing was. She's talking about
Doesn't matter. She's hot.
Other.
She's hot.
She'll do it.
And that's
she's
really
not
all
going to
about.
open her shirt.
Sit here and she's already got her mouth open.
Yeah, but no shirt open. So yeah, go ahead, hit it.
Actually, I can tell you this is about the pediatrics and the renaming of stuff. Yeah. So
renaming of stuff.
Your Monday. But last week, the American Academy of Pediatrics gave a presentation encouraging doctors to change the name of genitalia to make things more gender inclusive for your young child. Instead of calling feminine or masculine genitalia according to their clinical medical names, which might be important in a doctor's office, they want to call your child's body parts innies or outies. Vaginas are now front holes. I wish I was making this up. Like, this feels like a South Park episode, but they actually want to change the name clinically of a clitoris to a dicklet.
Where's the clitoris?
Or your breasts become chesticles. I'm sorry, these are not chesticles. As if that wasn't absurd enough, they actually recommended, presumably regardless of gender identity, that if any pediatrician has a patient who is menstruating, they recommend considering hormonal contraception, aka birth control, for children to stop their period, for period cessation. And for non-pharmacologic treatment of gender dysphoria, they recommend very safe, minimal risk procedures like chest binding that has minimal side effects of rib or back pain or spinal deformity, restricted breathing, or even tucking, which has just the slight minimal risk of infertility for your son. These...
All right, and actually, I mean, first of all, it's mind-boggling that would be true, but it is. And it was a pediatrician. I found a picture of her just for you because I realized that this is one of those that's like, nah, this cannot possibly. This can't be possibly true. Naturally, right now it's the Daily Mail website, and it's establishing a secure connection while she. Oh, here we go. Finally, it comes up. I knew if I talked about it long enough. This is Dr. Ilana Sherer. She is the general pediatrician who was recommending these changes. This was
the American Academy of Pediatrics is supporting that.
Are they? Are they recommending it, or was this? This was she's a prominent doctor at the American Academy of Pediatrics, proposed renaming these things. So I don't know if they are. If the American Academy of Pediatrics, I know, right? It's just insane that we're even
like dicklets.
Well,
you finally got that one, huh?
Nah,
20 years ago.
I was thinking, sounds like chewing gum. I don't know why. Maybe chiclets. I don't know.
You know what? Chew on one of them. But years ago, when I worked at Opryland Productions, we used to call them breasticles. So that was just a joke. It was like an offhand. Now, ta-da, here we are.
And actually,
it's insane.
You're going to take your child into a doctor who belongs to the American Academy of Pediatrics, I'm saying support because I guarantee you that doctor didn't just come up with that on their own. Someone reviewed it or approved it or did something. She just didn't come up with it on her own and say, all right, I'm going to show up at the presentation and no one's going to know what I said.
Right.
You're just or what I'm going to say rather.
As a medical professional yourself, a paramedic, can you explain to me and this is one of the renaming suggestions that they've made, renaming the vagina to the T-penis. What is a T-penis? Why would that even, it doesn't look like a T.
They're doing it to your kids. They're good.
Right, but I'm saying, where does that even come? I can even understand front hole. I get it. Okay, it's a front. I get it. But where does T-penis come from?
You're going to have to ask the butch woman. I don't know. don't.
Here's the thing. They're talking about calling the vagina the T-penis, but they want to call the penis something other than penis. You see what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
What the hell?
So
Nonsense. It's complete nonsense to just
wait
throw
a
us
second.
into
They
disarray.
suggest calling penis junk.
Everything
Which,
but
if you're gonna
penis.
Right. If you're going to cut it off, it is. Right.
That's
What's a strapless? What the?
Strapless. Well, it's true. It's like a
It's
permanent
true.
strap on.
There you go. It's a strap on without the strap, Dave, because,
Right. It's strapless.
Oh my God.
And didn't they used to call belly buttons innies and outies? What the hell's with the innies and outies here?
Well, now it's your
because
frontal.
that is a thing. I mean, you have navels that go all the way in, and some you have that are protruding out because it was a tube at one point. With the umbilical
we know why they
cord.
called belly buttons that way. I'm talking about why the hell they're going to talk your or name your junk that way. I mean, it's
your bits, because they're trying to overthrow the us. They're trying to overthrow
the patriarchal system.
The damn whitey.
You can't call it twigs and berries anymore. You'll have to call it the. What the hell would you call it? The strap.
Oh my God.
And there is a show that just and it's been on, I think, USA or Discovery, one of those called Botched, and it's now on Netflix. It's about botched plastic surgeries that these two plastic surgeons then go in and they fix them. But on one episode, they had a woman who had a butt lift or butt implants that went south, and she admitted she had body dysmorphia, and they're like, well, we shouldn't probably operate on you because you have you need psychological counseling, which again, it's reality TV, which means it's anything but in the same episode, they had a transgender woman, and they were going to go in and change the breast augmentation. They were going to go in and give her inner lips, and they were going to, and talking about a clitoral hood and all this stuff. And I'm thinking, okay, you just got done telling this woman that she has to go get counseling because she thinks her butt's not going to look good. She's a factory original. And over here, but this person doesn't need to go get counseling before you get down in there and start. I mean, it's beyond.
Yeah, massive reconstruction.
The First Amendment lives here. Watch and listen at thedailymojo.com.